See you laid out on the floor, try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports.
If you didn't hear it already, it's time. It's fight night, y'all. Yeah, in several hours, the arena will fill. The judges will place themselves just outside the apron, along with the referee for each bout. Fighters will begin to prepare themselves. They will don their battle attire, hands wrap, which are their weapons for the night. 2 of them, of course. And also the gloves. The gloves will be fitted nice and snug and taped in the proper procedure. And the fighter will then commence to warm up. And once their name is called, to make themselves available to ring walk, split the ropes, and contend. Somebody will win, someone will lose. That's all I'm saying. It always works out that way. Every now and then you get a draw, but somebody will win, some will lose. In this case, I had to do one more before fight night just to remind the people that we got a hell of a card. I want to give a big shout out to Turkey Al Sheikh. Some people say Sheikh, you know what I'm saying? Look, he may be from Saudi Arabia, but he's in a prime position, just like business and real estate and everything that's going on down here in the A. They up here allowing certain people to scoop up this real estate, you know what I'm saying, outside of the norm of, you know, consumers, purchasing real estate. No, they allowing these corporate to purchase it. Saudi remind me of the corporate. You know what I'm saying? Saudi is coming over here without having to answer to those individuals. He's not following the same policies and guidelines, man. You know the special part about this fight night is, once again, it's epic. We're just 1 year removed from one of the biggest fights of this era. And this too is one of the biggest fights of this era. Believe it or not, one of the biggest fight cards, right? But also one of the biggest main events. I'm not so much talking about the accolades and pulling out a fighter's service record book, because we know Madrimov has very limited experience when it comes down to that of a Terrence Bud Crawford. But this is a moment in time where, once again, Crawford is a part of the first. You know, Turk Al Sheikh is allowing him to be the first of his cards over here in the U.S. footprint, headlining. Not only that, he's contending for his 4th division. Not only that, he's contending for his 41st victory. He's contending to addition 2 more championships. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're talking about a guy who 15 of his freaking championships, you know, fights he had have been knockouts. He is an extremely dangerous fighter. You've heard people like myself talk about him. You know, people have came up with names just because you support a fighter heavy, but this shit is historic. This fight card tonight is historic because it has you know how I say it has an attachment to it. This fight has an attachment. The attachment is if so and said named fighter wins tonight, then it's a high possibility we may see this next big fight. So it's nothing like an attachment, an amenity that this incentive says if you win this fight, then it's a high chance that you or we may be able to see the fight we want to see. Whatever that fight may be, it's not necessarily saying it's going to be Canelo, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm getting at, right? Let me get to the chat, man. Shout out to Stickin' Boys Fishing and Sports in the building. Salute to you, brother. I'll see you on deck. The best card this year for sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big, heavy stack card, man. Get some solid names on there. Solid names. Carlos Rosado in the building. WCS salute. Salute to you, Carlos. Hey, salute to these viewers who always support the channel. It's much appreciated. You pulling up and stopping by. You know what I'm saying? Supporting and interacting with the topic. Yes, indeed. Carlos said there's a few different fights tonight. I'm watching the Skybox card right now. Yes, it is a few. You're right. But you know the one I'm talking about. Yeah, but it is a few, though. It is absolutely a few. But I'm talking about one in particular because it is absolutely an historical fight. It's a lot that goes along, the criteria that goes along with if what I'm saying, if so-and-so comes out victorious, then we may be treated to another big fight. And see, we don't have to go into it with optimism anymore because the budget is there for years and years and years, decades. We'll say, oh man, I don't know, we're going to get this fight because, oh man, it's just so-and-so don't sell. So-and-so don't sell. Now you're getting someone that is looking at these fighters, not just based off how many fandom freaking pay-per-view sales and what they and all this other shit. What he's doing is he's putting fights together. Like we've been scrambling around the ranking system, skipping, double dutching, and boxing haven't provided us consistently with the fights we want to see. And it sucks. But now Turki Al-Sheikh seems to say, you know what? I'm operating off a different pulse. So with this pulse right here, we're going to make these fights that's very attractive to the consumer. And the good thing about Turki Al-Sheikh, you don't hear people's language being, oh man, so-and-so don't sell. Oh man, have you noticed that? Have you noticed that? That language is becoming antiquated now. That same dull, insipid, freaking stale ass banter is becoming antiquated. Why I say that is you had these people just continue to talk about the same shit. Oh, so-and-so want to fight so-and-so. Oh, they ain't selling. They ain't selling no tickets. They ain't putting butts in the seats. Now with Turki Al-Sheikh on deck, he's making the choices. And we don't have to, be drawn into the same freaking conundrum. He's here to break the monotony, bro. He's making fights from all the damn big time promoters that we've been over here witnessing for years. He's making the shit happen. He's making it happen, man. You don't hear that language talking about so-and-so ain't selling and this. Every now and then it may come up. All right. But it's not coming up as frequently when it comes to Turki Al-Sheikh because of the budget is different. All these cats, they was going around here acting as if they was table sitters. You know what I'm saying? They was intricate role players. Well, I know good and well, so and so is not gonna make that fight because it's not in the budget. He don't sell. She don't sell. They ain't gonna make that. Not now though. Not now. You don't hear the fighters even talking about the money. You hear about the fight cards being made and the fighters showing up. Presser, weigh in, fight. And that is the beauty of boxing being a part of a system that allows anybody to eat off the branches where it bears its fruit. And that's exactly what Turkey Al Sheikh is doing. Boxing has finally been infiltrated by someone who don't need to share fruit and get permission. No, he's coming over here with a whole entirely different allowance. That's why we got this fight, man. We get to see history. Look, we get to see Marjamov. Look, I'm gonna be honest. Look, Marjamov has the opportunity to have the best fight of his life up to this point of his professional career. Real talk. Marjamov, you have the opportunity to show the world that as boxing fans, we too can get it wrong, Marjamov. You have the opportunity to slight us. You have the opportunity to represent your country in a different way and say, you know what, they underestimate me. I showed them. You have the opportunity for your Rocky moment. In this case, your Marjamov moment. Because Rocky can't do shit for you there, Marjamov. But you can have a Marjamov moment. You have the window to go in there with the right strategy. And if you're physically conditioned, both mentally and physically, okay? The mental has to go along with the physical. And the physical has to complement the mechanics that you're thinking about mentally. Your decision-making process has to be on point at this stage tonight. You got to show us that, Marjamov. Because Terrence Crawford's name is all over the algorithm once again. The real, what's good? I'll see you in the building, man. Oh yeah, Dust is just an appetizer for that Bud card. I'm not definitely tuning in. I'm definitely tuning in, no doubt, for sure, for sure. Shout out to Just a Guy in the building. 402 stand up, one love, hit the like button, no doubt about it, man. Shout out to Just a Guy on deck. They have to use the same argument because they know the truth about Bud deep down. They hate when Bud active. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They hate it. And this is all I'm saying to those of you that's in the chat, right? Boxing has had somewhat of the same routine for a long time. Like, they'll talk about a fight happening, but there's no way for them to believe the fight is going to happen. You know, I'm talking about two big names. We'll talk about a fight, two people fighting. But we have to come up with all these dense scenarios, right? These ghost scenarios to try to talk the fight into existence when we don't even work for the promotion. You know, back then, it's just conversation after conversation, banter about, I wish this fight would happen, this fight. And then they talk about resumes and talk about what this fighter's done, who he's with. You know what I'm saying? How did he look in that fight? And then they try to it was just conversation, storylines, bro. Ghost narratives after narratives. Then it turned into this thing called clickbait. Clickbait haven't really been around for a long time. Like when the National Enquirer was out, it just put out fake information. But with the change of the times and all these very wordy, like social media saturation, People always trying to trend. You remember when trending was a thing? You remember that? Trending, trending. Now it's viral. Viral has taken over and stamped out trending. So we had all these words and words and words and shit. Now we at a point where we're still fearing, we're still feeling the aftermath of last year. I know some people continue to feel some type of way about me speaking on it, but I'm like, boxing hasn't been the same since that fight. Now, one aspect I can agree with the critics about. Yes, Crawford wasn't too engaged in the media back in there to build his persona up. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe he wouldn't have sparked, the interest of the fight fans, if he would have tried to do this early in his career. You know what I'm saying? That's his oversight. If Crawford didn't want to do the media, but now at this point in time, he's the hottest topic on the YTC. Hottest topic in the YTC. So much to the point, we're based off his July 29, 2023 fight. And kudos to those of you that's listening in the hottest chat in the MF and game. We was able to be the ones who was celebrating. We was able to eat some of the most fresh, crispy seafood in celebration on that day, July 29, 2023. And then the time has ticked by so fast. Now we're on the brink of seeing that same winner who basically shut down and crushed a fighter and his entire fan base. Now he's moving up to 154. Now we have a black American fighter going in there against a foreign fighter from Uzbekistan, right? We don't know a whole lot about him. But see, just because people, that's why I say about people who, you learn a lot by leaving the country. You do. You learn a lot about others' people culture. And then it just seems like when it comes to combat sport, and when you involve these foreign countries that English isn't their first language like that. Some can speak pretty decent English, like Vasily Lomachenko, Oleksandr Usyk, you know what I'm saying, Artur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol. Some of them can speak pretty damn good English. But the ones who don't, people look at them like they hold a higher level of threat. Like when they listen to what you're saying, they're trying to translate in their mind. Just like Gennady Golovkin, when he didn't speak much, people say, oh man, he's a stone-faced killer. That's what they call him, Madrimov. He's a stone-faced killer. He's a stone-faced killer. He's a stone-faced killer. And I'm like, wasn't that Philippe Herkovic alias? Wasn't Philippe Herkovic someone like the stone-face? And you see what Daniel Dubois did to him? I'm not taking shots right now. I'm just saying, like, when did the US of A start gearing all these therapeutic exemptions? Just passing out these pamphlets of oh, you get a pass. We like the way you don't speak much. We like your stoic demeanor. Oh my God, you are a lethal assassin. Well, he didn't say anything to give us that. No, I'm just saying, man, he don't say too much. The quiet ones is one that you have to work. Okay, but he's going in there against a guy who's proven to be a cold-blooded assassin too. Man, it's just, no, man. You gotta look at his resume. Spencer's the only fighter. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to give our own American countrymen the same therapeutic exemptions of exceptions then we're willing to give Madrimov. But what we do see is American fighters who should be standing behind their American fighter. What do we see? Them hating on them. I've never seen too much of a foreign fighter. When he's getting ready to fight, he has other fighters within his country dog him the fuck out. Have you ever seen some shit like that? Have you ever heard of a Filipino, some Filipino fighters in the Philippines dogging out Manny Pacquiao when he was in the ring? Dogging out Nonito Donaire? Just dogging out Mark Masayo? Any of them? Have you ever seen the Russians do that? The Australians? Have you seen any of these foreign fighters start to blatantly criticize their countrymen when they're heading into a big fight just to do it? Nah, I tell you over here, we sure enough see it. Bug gonna stop Canelo in the building. What's good with it? He said, salute W since I took a nap, but the fight still ain't here. I'm time moving slow. Yeah, man. Got back from a funeral, so yeah, time has been moving a little glossy. You know what I'm saying? Anelli Content Entertainment, salute to you. I see you. King on deck, what's good? Salute. Majority of the time, they'll put a fighter to build another fighter instead of actually using facts and logic. The narrative are always pair of their so-called arguments. Well said, bro. Well said. You know what I'm saying? It said instead of just actually using fact and logic. You know, we've witnessed lately. And shout out to Carlos, man. Well said. Lately, and even before now. But I want to talk about this weekend where you got the bum-ass Christian. I'm going to say it. He's a bum-ass Christian. Ryan Garcia is a bum-ass Christian. Forget, he's suspended. I'm not going to say boxer. Ryan Garcia is a bum-ass Christian. Don't be feeling no type of way because I said it. Because this man continues to go up here and disrespect people. The outcry and the vitriol they supposed to have for him when he was going on that racist tirade. Oh, we forgive others very quick, my black people. We forgive him. Hey, man, well, I fuck with you, dog. I fuck with you, dog. But come on, man, stop doing that shit, dog. So it's okay for this dude to go in here and drop the N-word, and it take y'all a mere 60 days to put all the damn band-aids, the ointment on, to heal it up all nice. Y'all good? That's all it take? But you sitting up here wanting to threaten your own people and trying to kill and talk about, oh, when I see you, it's up and it's green and, you know what I'm saying? They be willing to goddamn destroy their own people. But Ryan Garcia is a bum-ass Christian, bro. He's been hating on Bud. Jerron Ennis said he wasn't going to watch the Crawford fight. Now, explain this to me. Explain this to me, y'all. Why would you not watch what everybody else is going to be tuned into? Because what you've been doing is you're attempting to lead us on as if you want to fight Crawford. You're leading us on. Because if you was genuinely, I'm talking about motivated, committed to saying, I want to fight Crawford, then you would say, I want to go to the fight. I want to see how he performs. I want to see him up close and personal. This is somebody I want to fight before he retire. You know, the mature way about it. But all we get this day and time is motherfuckers just criticizing, denigrating. All they have is just constant criticism of a fighter that they want to fight. So the only way that they feel like they can somehow gain some FICO points, because we all know Jerron Ennis' FICO score The last time I did a live, it was somewhere around 1623.5. He's trying to build up his FICO score with 32 professional fights. Bud Crawford crosses you and you cross your arm. He crosses his arms, y'all. And Bud turns to him and say, I thought you said you weren't gonna watch it. So he gets interviewed and he said he's here to support his guy Andy Cruz, which Andy Cruz does train over there out of Bosey's gym. But what I don't understand is that you are signed with Matchroom now. You have an entire highway ahead of you with Eddie Hearns pointing you and him getting together, trying to figure out what exit you're going to take for your next fight. But yet, y'all are sitting up here criticizing the man of the hour, Tomahawk Power, Terrence Crawford. And then, of course, you have Madrimov. Madrimov really haven't been disrespectful at all, to be honest. He's been cool as a fan. But at the end of the day, he has to step in there with Crawford tonight. He has to step in there and prove to the world that he's better than what people believe he is based off his amateur record and, you know, his minimal championship experience as a professional fighter. He has to prove it to us. Crawford is the hottest name in boxing. They may not have him top pound for pound because they wanted to put Usyk, and you know, I give Usyk his credit. There's no way, like that's what I tell people when you go to these fights and you meet people, they sit with you different. When you meet a fighter and they have a great personality like Usyk, I'm a fan. When he wasn't an asshole like I've seen some of my American fighters, when he noticed I was taking pictures of him, he played to the camera like a kid. This is a freaking 2-division unified champion, heavyweight. This dude is no joke. I walked up to him, do you mind get a picture? Sure. He was cool as a motherfucking house fan, bro. But then you have these other individuals that you look at them and you say, you know what I'm saying? We all fighting underneath the same nation's colors. It just happened to be a fighter that's not on your list of popularity. So therefore, we have another big fight coming up. And we get these clowns. We get Ryan, who I've did. The only fighter that I had a video on, a Capion. I've been calling him out for the longest of time, man. And he is absolutely proven everything I thought about him. He's a kid who's able to get away with the bullshit. Did y'all actually see and read what he put the other day? Crawford is a goof. Why don't you just call him the N-word? If you really want to get us attention. You know, stop beating around the bush, Ryan. You know what I'm saying? You've been acting like a goofball doing a lead up to the Haney fight. You weren't playing that shit with Tank. He cracked you in your motherfucking jaw with a left hook at the presser. And you didn't do anything except shoe shine your way up out there and talk about, ooh. And then he stopped you. He says so many better things to do on Saturday than to watch burnt ass Crawford fight. All of a sudden, you know, when are you talking about burnt as in burnt like a match? His color? Are you talking about burnt out? Because he haven't showed us that his age is an issue right now. So are you talking about him burnt like a match? What are you doing? I don't know how, you know, people that's known to be racist, you know, they can take subliminals. Ryan said bum ass, boring, and can't sell. Let's all watch the UFC or something. F this fight. Now, why do you think Ryan Garcia gets a freaking pass all the time, a hall pass, just to damn go at everybody. Then he go at Errol Spence. When is somebody gonna check this nigga, man? He just gonna spend money for security? I see Caleb Plant was on his back over there. He said he was gonna fuck Errol Spence up for not paying Diddy James his money. I warned everybody. I told you all Ryan Garcia was trying to become a part of the black fan base in boxing. Anyway, he said, heard they struggling to sell tickets. This is what I'm talking about, the cliche shit that we do. People always want to talk about ticket sales. Did I not tell you all that? When it comes to the weight, they usually, say, oh, so-and-so's having a problem making weight. They didn't use it this time because I said something about it. You know what they use? Oh, man, it's the ticket sales. It's the ticket sales. And the ticket sales was never a problem. He's saying you overpaid Crawford. So I guess Turkey Alley Sheik, he's on the front end of Ryan Garcia's freaking criticism. He said, you know it, don't gas yourself up. I will destroy you. Two most burnt people in boxing, Eddie Hearns and Crawford. So give it up to Ryan Garcia for once again. When I told you he was fighting Javier Fortuna and he started to wear the crew neck, he had the ice chain on. I told you all back then that he was crossing over. Ryan Garcia was bored and he wanted to cross over to the black culture. And he has did exactly that. Do your research. Go back to the fight before Javier Fortuna. And then go to the Javier Fortuna fight when they was passing freaking snapbacks amongst each other and talking shit. And he was trying to damn act like all of a sudden he learned a little bit more slang. Do your research. Spin the Rolodex. He said, then Gamboa hurt Crawford. He's a bum. Stop overhyping a bum that father damaged Errol Spence. He's calling Crawford a bum. So therefore, Ryan Garcia is saying that I'm not worried about any type of repercussions because he's retired. Influence from suspension that forced him. He didn't have to retire. He could have just been suspended, but he wanted to retire so he won't get drug tested and all that shit. When you got a dope head like that, that's a bum ass Christian. They find out all the loopholes, so he don't want to have to face them drug tests when he gets near his the end of his suspension to come back to the sport. So they won't just pop up on him and he get in the damn pool and he pop positive again. You know what I'm saying? He said, stop overhyping a bum that father damaged Errol Spence. He is a bum. I'm tired of y'all hyping this bum. So right now with Ryan Garcia, we know very, very well when it comes to Bud Crawford that Ryan Garcia is not even the topic of discussion. Israel Madrimov is. These guys are just clout chasing. I still feel that Jaron Ennis is semi clout chasing. I do. I feel that he's not as bad as Ryan Garcia at all when it comes down to it. But he keeps mentions Crawford's name when in fact somebody said it best. You need to just insert yourself into the fray and fight a champion or something at 154 to align yourself for a future Crawford fight. That's all you have to do. Shout out to the GOAT IOTBA Boxing Talk in the building. What's good with it? The Spit Bucket Podcast on deck. Salute to you, man. I really hope you stay close to the screen. I'm talking to you, IOTBA. Don't go too far away. I want you to see this ass whooping that's on the way. Yes, I want ILTBA to stay very, very close to his screen, whatever it be a mobile phone or a PC, and see Terrence Bud Crawford deliver this thrashing once again. And look, maybe then the American fight fans will have a lot more loyalty. I'm talking about that organic, genuine, trusted loyalty. Okay? Woo! First, Ryan wanted to change boxing with Crawford, but now he dissing him. That's weak as fuck to me. It's a lot of what Ryan Garcia is getting away with, and I don't understand how the pretty boy's getting a pass. Is it somewhat type inner, some slight, some weird, strange, you know what I'm saying, infatuation with Ryan Garcia because he love, going on live with filters and putting makeup and making sure his shit done? Are these niggas infatuated differently? Because they let this dude get away with a lot of shit. How and why don't American fighters, why don't they get the same hall pass as Ryan Garcia? Ryan Garcia's just coming out here doing the same shit Tio's doing. But Tio's been undisputed in freaking two division lineal and all that. Ryan Garcia hasn't did anything except try. He became WBC interim. Try to become champion. He tried, but he was unsuccessful. If he would have came in on weight with Devin Haney, then maybe he could have said he was champion for a sneeze and a cough until that motherfucking test came out. At least you could have took some pictures. I'm champ. Message alert. Please remove belt from possession. Alert. Please remove belt from Ryan Garcia's possession. Positive test for Ostarine detected. Why? How does he get away with this shit, y'all? Are people just looking at him when he go on and goddamn be glammed up and shit? Why aren't y'all destroying this dude? Why are you not destroying him? But it's a Crawford weekend, though. We got to stay focused. Look, to be honest, ILTBA, man, let me tell you something. You say boots down ringside. It was a point in time when I was going to shoot fights, I took my boots off too and slid them under the ring. Them motherfuckers are not the most comfortable. Like, I unlaced my boots several times and just throw them motherfuckers up under the bed. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the purpose is for him to be ringside. Because if anybody can peel back the layers of qualification there, anybody, damn well that Boots Ennis should be back there on row 78. He should be back in row 78, dog. The security shouldn't even let him nowhere close to the ring with Crawford because he doesn't have the qualification to sit that close. You know that. Why is he sitting close? 32 professional fights. Why is he sitting that close to the ring? Oh, okay. So if Andy Cruz is fighting, he should be in the corner, right? But why would they have Boots Ennis? How long are they gonna push this shit with him and Crawford? This man should get the same treatment Crawford got when he was facing Spence. It is a travesty that Crawford's about to go in here for his 4th division, and Jaron Ennis have not even faced a champion. Just like Blunt said, he hasn't even been in there with a champion to say, and new. We haven't heard that. We haven't heard it, man. We haven't heard it. I don't know why he's that close to the ring. Somebody tell me, why is that dude sitting that close? I'm wishing them but the best for Ennis and whatever he got going on. I don't know what he got going on. All I know is my ears didn't deceive me when we was leading up to 2023 for the Spence Crawford. I know my ears didn't deceive me. All these debates were saying that Crawford ain't did shit. Whatever belts he's won, at 35 and 41 shit. His undisputed against Julius and Dongo won shit. Jeff Horn ain't never been shit. Just because he beat Pacquiao won shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything wasn't shit. But now all of a sudden, people are bored. And we have Timothy Bradley. Crawford deserves much more respect than what he's getting this weekend. You understand me? This man is about to make history as a fourth division pound for pound. Come on, y'all already heard it. And I want to give a public apology. I want to send a public apology out to Terrence Crawford and apologize as a United States Marine, retired veteran, for the backstabbing traitorism. It's not even a word, but I'm making it up. Traitorism, agentism that I've been witnessing on social media of individuals that are your countrymen, Americans, turning their back on you, Crawford. I publicly issue an apology for them on the behalf of them who have once again removed the knife from the sheath and commenced to stabbing you in the back. I apologize publicly. I do. Because look, Crawford, I don't understand why they just won't give you your flowers and water them. They want to give you your flowers and then come back and spray weed eater on it and shit. Weed eater don't even supposed to go in the motherfucking flower pot and shit. They come there, oh, let me just put some water on it. They spraying weed eater on there, killing the motherfuckers. Deceitful. That's all I'm saying. Goddamn deceitful, bro. Now that is sold out. Turkey bought the tickets and it's caused a pitfall. Hey man, you couldn't have said that any better. Hey, they said the fight wasn't selling out. So check this out. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to American media. How we have these same liners, right? These one-liners. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? Same one-liners. No ticket selling. Don't do numbers and all that. We can't do that no more. Now we go to the ticket sales. And see, they've been using this shit so long, they're getting it confused. Turkey Al-Sheikh has already put on fights over there, and nobody was talking about it in Saudi. Like, when Andy Ruiz went over there and fought Joshua in the rematch, nobody was talking about who sold tickets. Andy Ruiz came out of nowhere last minute and took the placement of Jarrell Miller. Was anybody talking about, did he sell tickets to step in there with Anthony Joshua? No. He went in there and got the job done. Then the rematch, he went over to Saudi. Nobody was talking about numbers. But they forget that shit has been evaporating. Because now they want to say it was ticket sales. Like Turkey Al-Sheikh is worried about tickets not selling. If a card like this don't sell in LA, where that particular fighter has fought already, a lot of those fighters have fought in LA already, or in California on the West Coast, right? Whether it's Vegas, whatever. You trying to tell me the tickets are not selling? It's supposed to be a thing? Don't nobody care. It's not Top Rank's budget, Golden Boy, PBC, none of them. Turkey Al-Sheikh, he can purchase all the tickets and disperse them out with the handlers or the messenger and go ahead and give out comp tickets just to fill the building. Believe me, their money is gonna be continuous flow either way you look at it. Turkey Allah Sheik is over here in t-shirts, colored t-shirts. I haven't seen that man in a tie yet. I mean, he's over here. You know how rich people live. They just dress casual, comfortable. And man, he just walking around. He ain't worrying about a goddamn thing. He's not worrying about shit. So they can say, oh, it's all because of Esau Cruz. Hey, they can say what they want. I like Esau Cruz. I'm not going to hate on him because they're trying to compare him to being. I like Esau Cruz. Real talk. But we also saw Esau Cruz have issues. We saw him have issues. If Jose Valenzuela can lock it in and fight smart and show minimal show minimal hesitation or second guessing himself, based off him being stopped by De Los Santos, we might have a damn good fight. But we all saw when Esau Cruz fought Giovanni Cabrera. Oh, and heard the scorecards. We all seen that, right? Let's do some math here. Okay, I'm just done. I got time. It's only going on 4 o'clock. Look, Giovanni Cabrera right now is 22-2, 7 knockouts. Age 30, 5'9", 71-inch reach, right? 5'9", 71-inch reach. Jose Valenzuela, right? 25 years old, 5'10", 70-inch reach. So we saw the height significance, which up to this point, Esau Cruz really haven't shown that he has an issue, except if you have the same strategy as a Giovanni Cabrera, because Cabrera was freaking giving him the business. Giovanni was giving Esau Cruz the business. Okay? I'm just saying. Mike in the building. I see you. What's good with you, brother? It's traitorism, man. I see some traitorism going on over here. Agentism, too. We got double agents. Why? Did you see the video of Bud walking past Boots? Yeah, man. He walked past him and acknowledged him. That's what I like about Bud. Bud is always acknowledging, in some way, shape, or form, his haters. He's always acknowledging those who he know that is talking shit. That's one thing he does, even on the social media. You know what I'm saying? He stared at that man as he walked past. Yes, sir. He said, I thought you weren't going to watch it. Okay. I'm kind of, that's one thing I'm kind of with you on Valenzuela shaking it up. I'm kind of with you. I like his style. I think he has enough power. He just has to be smart. Why? Because Esau Cruz fight the same way all the fucking time. Look, the majority, of his fights has been the same way, but I will credit him. He did have a different strategy when he fought the weakest champion at 140 pounds. And need I say his name? Rolly Romero. Yes, the weakest champion. So Esau Cruz, man, he fought the weakest champion at 140 pounds, and he did a damn good job. Though. He got him up out of there. He did a damn good job. He beat his ass. So Jose Valenzuela, I don't compare him to a Rolly Romero. I consider him to be a better boxer than Rolly. And I expect him to go over there and really make this competitive. People have to understand that Esau Cruz is not a knockout artist. I mean, what he did to my guy Diego Magnolino in the corner, that was Magnolino who chose to goddamn camp out over there and end up becoming a Statue of Liberty turnbuckle. He chose to stay over there too long. God damn it! I hated it for him, man, because I like Magnolino, man. But Isaac Cruz is not a knockout artist. I do respect the fact that he has an impeccable engine. He has diesel. He runs off diesel fuel, and he keeps coming at you, pressuring all that shit. But he is not a knockout artist. Just because he knocked out. No, the only reason he did that to Rolly is because Tank Davis. Rolly's never been the same since Tank Davis knocked his ass out. Never. He's never been the same. And then, perfect example is when he got the golden ticket, y'all, to go up there and position himself for a title shot. And thankful for him, Alberto Puello popped dirty. He was able to go in there and fight the grand old man of boxing, Barroso. But see, he went in there and he underestimated the old man. And the old man was dropping the motherfucking hammers on his ass. And Tony Weeks had to goddamn go in there and stop the fight out of nowhere when Rolly was getting his ass beat. So Isak got his get back. Isak was able to go in there and get his get back. Why? Because Rolly fucked around and was gifted the championship just like he was gifted that fight against Jackson Mariñez in Connecticut. We all know. We all know. El Rayo can get this shit done, El Rayo. I like Valenzuela, man, as a fighter heading into this fight. Talent, skill-wise, yes. But he's just going to have to handle the pressure. Isaac Cruz is a pressure cooker, bro. Giovanni Cabrera has the same size as Rayo, and they both southpaws. He can win with the right game plans, 50-50. I agree. Good point. Solid point. I like Valenzuela's style, man. He has the range, the height. Yes, man. As long as he's, be defensively minded. And remember that Isaac Cruz unleashes that right hand over and over and over and over and over again. He never fucking stops. I swear to God, that dude has an incredible engine. That's one thing he has is cardio. But if Rayo can be on his watch and get the timing down, and he's able to goddamn make sure he keep that left hand up and be able to keep up and don't gas out from the pressure, he may be able to get this shit done. He may be able to get it done, bro. He said, W says, you're right, Bud stopped in front of me for 10 seconds. Longest of my life. He really liked that. Hey, man, Bud always address people who got something to say about him, for real. You got something positive to say about Bud, he ain't going to say shit to you. I'm just being honest, man. It's not like he going to say something bad. Like, he'll freaking, let you get a pick. Or, interview if that's the case. But you talking shit, he will wait to power up on your ass if he find you at a fight. The good thing about it, somehow, some way he find out that his haters are on deck. A lot of these haters that's on the YTC, they don't go to fights. You understand? They don't go to fights. But let's go one more time. Let me show you something right quick. Hold on for a second, y'all. I need to show you this right quick before tonight, cause You know, when I speak about the traitorism that's going on in the United States of America during the election year, I hope this is like one of those years since Turkey Al Sheikh is kind of, inserting his presence here. I hope this shit goes away a little bit. Bud get this win, and then he goes in there and KO Canelo. I mean, some people are not gonna be feeling up to par, bro. You know what I'm saying? But let me show you something with Madrimov right quick. Let me show you something with Madrimov. I have to revisit this because I did a live on it, but I don't think it really stuck the way it's supposed to. The only reason I'm bringing this up because it seemed so simple the other time, like when we was talking about, critiquing resumes and stuff like that. But Madrimov, this is he right here. Madrimov is 10-0-1. Okay. Forget about the draw. Okay. Against Michel Soro. Forget about that. Wipe that away. But he's 5'8.5", 68.5-inch reach. Orthodox. 5'8.5", 68.5-inch reach. Terrence Crawford. 5'8". So that may be one of the reasons that these American fight fans are dressing him up to be competitive, because he's the same height as Crawford. But then there's a significant difference with the reach, a 74-inch reach advantage. You know what I'm saying? That's just to begin where things start to get a little fuzzy. You know what I'm saying? Things start to get a little fuzzy. Okay. Another thing. He has 40 professional fights comparable to 11 that Madrimov have. Significant difference. Also, let's look at this right here. 233 rounds. If we go back to old Madrimov here, okay, Madrimov has a whopping 74 rounds. Okay, if you look at it in blue, okay, Madrimov also has a 70% KO ratio, and this is where a lot of American boxing fans come in and say, yes, he has the power to do it. He's batting over 50%. He has the power. That's what I keep reading. That Madrimov has the power to do damage against Crawford. But then when it comes to Crawford, you can't really run away with it because they say, hey, he's a 77.5%. Now, of course, we're talking about the quantity of fights and measuring that with the knockouts. You know what I'm talking about? So being that Madrimov has a very small amount of professional fights comparable to those knockouts, that's why he can hang around in the percentile of Crawford with the KOs. I just thought I want to let you know that. Also, I also want to let you all know this right here. Those of you that's in the chat and for Boots Ennis. This, what separates Crawford from a lot. Crawford did not fight for a vacant title when he made his way up to 147 pounds. I'm not saying he hasn't fought, okay? Before y'all, I didn't say he ain't fought for a vacant title before. I said when he moved up to 47, he didn't fight for a vacant title. But Madrimov did. And that title used to be Jermell Charlo's. Right or wrong? Okay, thank you. So being that he fought for a vacant title, there's a further separation because Terrence Crawford was the WBO welterweight champion. Then he unified by defeating Spence, and he became the undisputed. Madrimov, he just fought for a vacant title. So what I'm trying to tell you is that his light time, his camera time, and his stage time, the minutes are different when it comes to Crawford, when you're talking about championship showcase. It's a difference. It's a difference. So I must put that out there. that those of you Americans who find it so easily to adjust your lips to provide this man unbelievable credit based off this right here. Based off a resume that if Crawford was the owner, you would say he doesn't deserve to get this fight. The fight is not selling tickets because no one knows of Terrence Crawford. Look at him. He only has 10 professional wins, 7 knockouts. He's not dangerous. What's so special about this guy? If Crawford was to be in Madrimav's position, you know goddamn well it would be a lot more criticism leading up to this fight. And the fight fans would be vilifying the shit out of Crawford. They would say, we don't even know who this guy is. How did he even get this fight? How did he even get a championship shot? How did he even get a shot at the championship? He's not even the real champion. That's Jermell Charlo's belt. Jermell Charlo was never beat for it. They'll come up with all these freaking angles, bro. But I just wanted to take you all for a little stroll, right? You know, just like we was going to the store to pick up some drink or whatever, just chill, you know. Looking at some honeys at the park. You know what I'm saying? Going to the hot spot where they go at in the summertime, just sipping on some shit. Talking shit to some females. And just goddamn having some boxing talk. I just wanted to take you for a little stroll down Madrimav Lane because this is the last time you're going to see him with this motherfucking belt. That's all I'm saying. All I wanted to do is pull up and say, hey, man, y'all hop in, man. I'm going to the package store. We're going to go down to the park, man. They say, man, there's so many females down there today, man. It's hot. The weather's nice. It's man, it's all that. Man, they got the seafood broil going. Yeah, man, let's do that. All right, cool. I just wanted you all to go, you know, on a short little stroll down Uzbekistan freaking Boulevard to just get one last look at freaking Israel Madrimov. Just one last look. Because it was fun while it lasted. In no way, shape, and form I am trolling, but I just wanted to take you all down this little stroll once again and give you a nice frame still shot before that O turns into a 1. Hey, what's better than 1-1? 2 1s, okay? 10-1 and 1 don't look that bad. He's only 29 years old. That's all. When you know, it's not like he's unfamiliar with being in the division where another black fighter has taken over. It's not like he ain't used to that. He is. Jermell Charlo just, you know, dropped the belts, and that's why he became champion. Kudos. But it's about to get real, real fuzzy. That's all I wanted to do, y'all. I wanted to take y'all, you know, you might want to damn screenshot this shit. But once again, I blame Crawford. Crawford is about to disrupt the peace and solace that Uzbekistan had prior to the opening bell of him facing Terrence Crawford. Please don't take this out on me. I'm just a voice. Take a long, hard look, you traitors of America. Because if Crawford would have had this record, he wouldn't have been getting nothing. But I'm just letting you know. Okay, y'all got a good look? You see that right there? You see it? Screenshot it, print screen. Print screen, do a screenshot, save it. You know what? I'm about to do that, motherfucker. Let me do this shit right quick, y'all. Yeah, let me do that shit. I'm about to motherfucking goddamn print this motherfucker off right here because this is history. This is about to disappear. And we ain't talking about David Blaine or David Copperfield either. So I got down. I got that. I took my screenshot and with the WBA World Super Welterweight highlighted, 29 years of age. You know, as a veteran there, Marjamov, I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors as a boxer. You had to understand that Crawford was going to move up from 147 pounds. You have to understand that you're not the golden ticket. You're not the pound for pound great. He is. So therefore, only thing I can do is suggest that you go give it the best you possibly can, which won't be enough, but just do it. You have some fans out here in America that march them off. They have shown themselves. You have some fans. Now where that's going to get you tonight, I don't know. But I just wanted people to see that, once again, when it comes down to this right here, Terrence Bud Crawford, he's about to have another head on his mantle. He's about to open another can of whooping ass. Kendrick Lamar said he was whooping feet. Terrence Crawford is whooping ass, feet, jawlines, lips, you know what I'm saying, cheeks, noses, chins. That's what he's whooping. So it almost sounds like some New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? They be throwing crow's feet, chicken feet up in there, all that shit. Just look at this. This is the one that's guilty. Him right there. 31 knockouts. I will say this. I believe he has more fans that's on his side than the ones that's not. They just don't want to come up and say it. I think the ones that's against him publicly, privately, I believe they're true hardcore Crawford fans, but they just don't want to admit it. I get it. And let's take one stroll down Crawford's resume where he has Israel Madrimov, okay, as his next fight today, okay, August 3rd. All right, 154 pounds. They've already made weight. And this is for the WBA World Super Welter and the WBO Interim World Super Welter. It's scheduled for the night, 12 rounds, people. Just take a little, just take a glance at that just a little bit. Blink your eyes a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can get some clear vision. Look at it now. This is history. Also, I want you to take a look at the fighter that's beneath Israel Madrimov, right? It was one point in time that him being an American fighter, more popular, people went for him. I understand. They went for him because, they felt he was a more popular fighter and everything for years upon years upon years. And I commend, Spence ain't no bitch. Spence is tough as shit, bro. But before I leave, one thing, before I shut this damn box rec down, I have to make you aware of this right here before I go. This happened at the T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, right? At 147 pounds. And this was for all the straps. During the fight, Spence was down in round 2, twice in round 7, and obliterated in round 9. The fight was a TKO stoppage in round 9. So therefore, post-fight, WCS had to deem this the T-Mobile massacre. I just thought I had to come over here. Let me get up out of here because I don't want to piss nobody off. You know what I'm saying? But let me get back. Let me get back over here right quick. Hold on for a second. Somehow, they playing games. They dropped me out. Do you see right here? Madrimov is set. And then Errol Spence at 147 pounds. It's history. We're only right outside of a year from yesterday. So I just wanted to take you all over here so you can get a good look at a part of Crawford's history, because we don't know if he'll ever be able to fight Errol Spence again. And Errol Spence's record is 28-0. We don't know that. But like I said before, Spence was down in round 2 and twice in round 7. It was deemed the T-Mobile massacre. He did what he had to do. Now, Madrimov, I'm pretty sure he's going to have some details written down here. Down in round 2, twice. Down in round 4. And fight stopped in round 5. I'm pretty sure he's going to have some details too. Okay? But I just wanted to come over here and give you a brief history. We don't need to go back to Avanesian, but I just wanted to touch bases with Errol Spence Jr. and Israel Madrimov. And the fact that both Madrimov and Errol Spence, upon entry of fighting Terrence Crawford, they had a 0 to the right of their boxing ledger. That means they had no losses. Upon further review of Errol Spence, he's now holding a 1. And that 1 is located beneath, representing that 1 loss was via knockout. Now, please don't feel no type of way, because I'm showing you history, okay? Madrimov, at the point in time, he has 0 losses. And get back with me around 12:03 in the AM. And this too will be a 1. And then we will talk about the details that possibly may be down here, okay? And also we're going to talk about the details is going to be over here when it comes to whether it's going to be a KO or a TKO. Because one thing about it, people, when he, prior to Terrence Crawford heading into the fight with Errol Spence, they said he had majority TKOs. He really didn't have that power. He wasn't him. You remember they said that? Do y'all remember that? Let me get back to the chat. Shout out to Stickin' Boys Fishing and Sports with the $10 super chat, lighting up the tree of life for WCS. It's much appreciated. One love to you, brother. Thanks for the donation. Bill's Boot Camp in the building. What's good with it, brother? Yeah, y'all go over there and sub to TBA Boxing Talk, man. Make sure you sub and support the channel. And then, you know, he also with Spit Bucket Podcast too. Man, hey, Canelo, man. Hey, Turk Al-Sheikh has already put it out there. He's trying vigorously, desperately to freaking get Canelo to fight Crawford. I hope he's able to close that out and Canelo accepts it, because else Canelo's going to be considered quack, 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 quack. I ain't never seen a Mexican duck before, but Canelo, he's interesting. He's giving me those vibes. He better accept that offer. Turk Al-Sheikh said he is absolutely trying his damnness to get that fight with Crawford. Shout out to Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz, some other OG in the building. What's good with it, brother? So y'all overlooking Madrimov. No, I'm not overlooking Madrimov. I'm definitely looking at Madrimov. I'm not overlooking him because he is an opponent of Crawford. Look, in the process of Crawford earning 2 other championships, I respect the fact that he's fighting the best in 154 pounds. I know he was supposed to face Sebastian Fundora, and people have been up here bitching, moaning, and scratching, and you know what I'm saying, trying to treat their yeast infection. But he was coming off a knockout loss to Brian Mendoza. You know what I'm saying? Madrimov is undefeated. So when Crawford said Majamov was the best in the division, he's fighting the best in the division. I'm not overlooking Majamov. I'm looking directly at him, and a lot of criteria on his resume tells me he's not administratively qualified. That's all I'm saying. His numbers and his resume doesn't add up to convince me that he's going to go over there and show us that he's better than Crawford tonight. The numbers. You know how they always used to say, what's that phrase? Numbers don't lie. Well, goddamn it, Israel Majamov numbers are. Because the way these Americans are getting on the Majamov bandwagon, god damn. The way these American boxing fans are so easily persuaded that Majamov has an equalizer based off the 10-0-1 record. No, man, no. Bud has 40 victories for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He has a multi-fight knockout streak for a reason. Fight fans have to accept that. Now, Bud may not be your shade of black for all you fight fans in America that don't see him. You know what I'm saying? Right now for this fight, you know, y'all don't see him as being the popular guy, the handsome guy. I don't know what the fuck y'all looking at. I don't know. But he's getting a lot of hatred. And he's serving his community and serving his country honorably. If I was still active, I would give him an honorary award for his service as a boxer, fighting in combat at the highest level. I would give him an award, an honorary award. He's earned it. He's earned it, man. But to say that we're going to forget about all the criticism that was handed down for Crawford when he was stepping in there last year, to now 2024 Majamov is heaven sent. They're talking about the piety. They're talking about the pantheon. They act like they found Majamov floating and levitating above the burning bush. And his halo they can see for miles. And they deemed Majamov as the anointed one. And all of a sudden they came up with all these. Like they had a Neo moment. Is he it? Is this the one? He is. Oh my God, he's the one. He has 2 fights out there. Did you see his hands start to glow? Stop it. Stop it. The man has 1.5 fights out there. You all have looked at that shit after waking up, drooling on yourself, knowing that shit was boring as hell. And then you try to go to the brother. Let me check out the black fighter. How did he do? Okay, all right. Okay. Nah, Crawford losing. You saw the way he was beating that brother? Oh shit. Crawford can't fuck with him. He was beating the black off that dude. Crawford can't fuck with him. It's not like that. Y'all ain't see this nigga in the desert, dog. You didn't see him levitating over the burning bush without any receiving any burns. You didn't see that. No one told you Majamov was the anointed one. He ain't winning tonight, man. Do you mind if I tell you this? He can't win. God damn it. Now, if you just want to choose to talk about this dude because you felt sorry for him in the trailer that Riyadh put out, I get it. We got shit of our own going on over here in America. But it's something about seeing, buildings that's crumbled in foreign countries and shit, and see kids playing on top of rocks. I mean, we played on top of some motherfucking crumbled buildings too, goddammit. It was called the ghetto. They want to say he had it so hard. Listen, he's going to have it hard tonight, too. I know I tried my best, but I warned people that I was going to be extremely biased for this fight because I'm just so taken back. You know, being my heart hearing all these Americans just for whatever reason they want to support Madrimov just because he's unknown and they don't like Crawford. Look, if Madrimov did nothing for you to like him, then explain to me why you don't like Bud. He's been in America more than y'all. But yet, he has continuously proved himself when he move up to do something big. He want to fight Canelo? Nah, man. You can't move up 2 weight class. You can't do none of that, man. You can't win. That ain't a winnable fight. He moves up to 154. It's a championship fight. Nah, man. You see that guy? Stop it. Jermell Charlo just had his motherfucking belt, dog. Stop. Right goddamn now before I cite you. Jermell Charlo, nobody was talking about Madrimov when Jermell Charlo was fighting Tony Harrison. When Jermell Charlo was fighting Jason Rajaro, nobody was talking about goddamn Israel Madrimov. When he was fighting Brian Castagneo in 2 fights, nobody was talking about Madrimov. But all of a sudden, Jermell Charlo runs and get prepared for the track and field Olympics, and he goes in there and goddamn blow a grand opportunity with Canelo, loses, drops his belt, and then all of a sudden Madrimov starts to sprout up because of these American fight fans over here stroking. They be stroking this dude into superstardom. Madrimov, he got the power. Crawford better watch out. I never seen a fighter like Crawford, right, get so many warnings as if he ain't the same fighter that they said that has some of the best ring IQ in the sport. But now all of a sudden you saying that it's a warning that needs to go out. Hey man, Crawford, I'm telling you, bro. Yo, Crawford, bro. Man, I'm telling you, I watched Madrimov fight. He can hit. Finally, Crawford said it at the presser. He said, I'm strong. And I can punch too. See, right there, told me once again, he listening. They listening. They understand. You feel me? They understand. Real talk. They get it. They get it, bro. Swat Jones in the building. What's good with it, big dog? I got Crawford in 9. I'm excited to see it. Okay. So we got predictions that's flowing in. 9th round. I said don't go past 6. But I'm bad with, round predictions. I overthink it. You know what I'm saying? Jay's in the building. Yeah. When it comes down to, what it do, Jay? See you on deck. When it comes down to, Ennis coming at that, crossing his hands like, I don't know. Maybe it was a breeze out there. They were by the water, right? I have to give the benefit of the doubt. Site survey. Maybe there's a breeze. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's some other shit we don't know. But all I'm saying is he crossed his arms in a defensive. I just think really he just wanted to put eyes on Crawford. That's all. It was his way of visually sizing up Crawford and then trying to brainstorm in his head. Daddy. Yo, Daddy, you listening? Daddy. Let me ask you a question. Don't do it, son. No, Daddy. Can Can I ask you? I don't want you to do it, son. I know what you're about to ask me. But Daddy, do you think? Just tell me the truth, Daddy. Do you think I can beat him, Daddy? Son, I told you don't ask me. I don't want to lie to you, son. But Daddy, do you think I can beat him? Do you think I can beat him? I don't know. I'm scared like you, son. I don't know. Daddy, you don't trust me, Daddy. You don't trust me, Daddy. You don't have no confidence in me, Daddy. I'm telling you, that's how it's gonna go. Him and Bozy gonna be having that conversation. And Bozy gonna continue to walk away and act like he occupied. He said, hold up, Daddy. Daddy, I got a question for you. He don't know, man. Bozy don't know. It's a tough fight. They already said it. They already said it, y'all. For real. They said they wanted to clean out 147. Him sitting on the front row today means nothing. Look, come on, man. Look, I'm calling the order. I'm calling the order, all you boxing scholars. I'm calling to order. Y'all cannot sit up here and pre-approve Jaron Ennis and say he's qualified based off the names that exist on his freaking resume. There's no way that you can stoop. This is not about limbo mastery. I want you to stand the fuck up and understand that you would never qualify Jaron Ennis to step in the ring with Crawford based off his paperwork and especially off that last performance versus Abanesian. You know very well. And to hear Jaron Ennis say that Crawford got hit with the same punches, see, that's why his boxing fight will never get outside of the 620s. Never. Because he loves to go in there and do what Ennis loves to do. That's all. Turkey think he can big boy talk Canelo the nerve. Hey, man. Hey, the nerve. Hey, Turkey Al-Sheikh is not boxing. Look, I.O., he being fair. Don't we always say how boxing is a business? Come on, I.O., man. Come on, man. You can't be feeling the effects of the airborne virus too. Turkey Al-Sheikh is trying to make one of the biggest fights in boxing, and you know it. Canelo is not worth $200 million. $200 million is not going to erase the nightmare he's going to have knowing that a brother beat him, for the first time in his boxing career, and a brother would have beat him in the last loss he faced in his career. Because nobody else is going to beat him. The only person that has an opportunity and a chance, rather, of defeating Canelo Alvarez is the one and only, the honorable Terrence Bud Crawford. That is the only one. Majamov dropped his guard too much for me. In the later rounds, I even seen him close his eyes with a leaping hook. No way. Bud in 9. Majamov gonna have to show me. No lie. You're trying to tell me this man was leaping with no visual on the target precedence? He was leaping with a hook with his eyes closed. Well, I don't know if you've seen that fight there, Jones, where Majamov was lowering his stance and just winging that overhand left. Did you see that ugly shit? Like he was fighting to get out of a ball of yarn. Did you see that ugly shit? He cannot win tonight, y'all. Now, I know people going to tune in because they don't believe me. But Marjamov can't win tonight. Period. What's going on, CJ? How you feeling, bro? $74 rounds and 10 fights, not bad. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Jesus. If there's ever a day before Sunday, if you can just do me this one favor, if you can have a pre-rapture, that's all I ask for you, the Most High, in your holy name. Have a pre-rapture. This shit's getting out of hand here on earth. This shit is out of hand in this boxing community. Father God, all I say is just remove. I'm gonna send you a list. Just remove some of the people that's making a mockery of boxing, Father God. Just have a pre-rapture. And then you can take your time when you come back. But now we need some names removed and take them up to the Most High, the Welkin, and take them to the rehab. You know what I'm saying? Bring them back in a second life for real. But to the audacity to basically compliment 74 rounds and 10 fights. How dare they? So let's just say in 10 fights, right? Let's go back over here to Marjamov since I have a little bit of time. He came in and fought majority, I'll say 7. Let me see, 6, 8, 9, 10. So 6 of his fights was 10 rounders. 3 of his fights. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of his fights was 12 rounders. So 6, 6, 6, 5, 6. He went the distance, 9. So this is what I want to address to IO. You put on here that 74 rounds and 10 fights was not bad, and this guy was averaging 6 rounds per fight. You know what I'm saying? He was averaging 6 rounds per fight. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even know if those guys were even on the level. Like, I wouldn't have seen Crawford fighting the same competition Marjamov fought. I didn't see him averaging 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying? This dude was averaging 6 rounds in a 10-round fight. So he was damn near getting close to the freaking... Anyway, commending him for 74 rounds. Unbelievable. He don't stun enough for these dudes. They want to see change in Ferraris. Hey, man, Canelo's going to have to make it happen. He's going to have to make it happen. We need to see the final chapter. The best of this era fighting the best of this era. We need to see the fight. Shout out to Boxing Fan Talk on deck, man. Salute to you. I'll see you in the building. Said Peace WCS in the hottest chat in the MFing game. What's good with it? Boxing Fan Talk said Crawford by 3. Damn. Somebody said 3 rounds. I've been thinking. I don't know if it's possible. Every time I go for a low round, these boxers be carrying the fight out. All because they want to give people a show. For real. You know, especially the main event. Obama was president last time Bud went the distance. That streak not going to stop tonight. Damn. You know, one thing I can say, at least y'all know what the results are going to be. At least y'all know. At least y'all feel it in your heart of hearts that Marjamov going to get fucked up tonight. There's no simple way to put it. Marjamov gonna get fucked up. All that winging that hand, man, he about to get fucked up. And look, for those of you, you know who you are. I don't want to say your name, but those of you, you understand. Please don't come over here and talk about what you expect with a 10-0-1 fighter. Don't do that. I will automatically time you out. Because I deem that as disrespectful. You're not going to give Crawford his just due. You know what I'm saying? I feel Crawford is going to get rocked one time, that he's going to hit that switch and watch. Okay. I mean, put it like this too, Conquest, right? I mean, he's been on record. I'm just putting it out there, bro. He's been on record as admitting that Gamboa was his hardest fight, and that's the hardest he's been hit. But when you look long in the past, years ago, that was so early in his freaking career. Who has did it now? You trying to tell me it's going to be Marjamov? A fighter who just fought for a vacant title? Is that the conquest? Is he the one that just fought for the vacant? He just fought for the vacant, bro. And last time I checked, what is that? He fought for the vacant, and he earned a 5-round, a 5th round stoppage in Riyadh. Shout out to him. He won the title in Riyadh, and now he's about to lose it, in LA. That's what you call using your freaking flyers the right way. The pre-fight's about to start. Yeah, I'm about to sit tight. You know what I'm saying? It's going on 5. You know what I'm saying? It's going on 5. Yeah. Collins, what's good? Yeah. Ennis didn't have much to say, man, up there. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to visually size Bud up. Oh, he don't look that big, Dad. Dad, why you ignore him? He didn't look that big, did he? Man, I'm going over here, man. I'm gonna put these waters in the bucket, man. Put some ice on that, man. I'll talk to you later. But just leave Crawford the fuck alone, dog. Don't do shit while I ain't here. Just leave him alone. But I'm about to get to these fights. I wish everyone a merry evening. And to the haters, you know what I'm saying? Those of you that believe and you're hoping, wishing, and praying that controversy, and you have every right to think for yourself. Who am I to tell you to do otherwise? You know what I'm saying? The only thing I can tell you, Marjamov is about to get his ass whooped. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. I'm out. Peace.